Mike the Headless Chicken, April 20, 1945 March 17, 1947, also known as Miracle Mike, was a Wyandotte chicken that lived for 18 months after his head had been cut off. Although the story was thought by many to be a hoax, the bird's owner took him to the University of Utah in Salt Lake City, Utah to establish the facts. Beheading On September 10, 1945, farmer Lloyd Olson of Fruita, Colorado was planning to eat supper with his mother-in-law and was sent out to the yard by his wife to bring back a chicken. Olson chose a 5.5-month-old Wyandotte chicken named Mike. The axe removed the bulk of the head, but missed the jugular vein, leaving one ear and most of the brain stem intact. Due to Olson's failed attempt to behead Mike, the chicken was still able to balance on a perch and walk clumsily. He attempted to preen, peck for food, and crow, though with limited success. His crowing consisted of a gurgling sound made in his throat. When Mike did not die, Olson instead decided to care for the bird. He fed it a mixture of milk and water via an eyedropper, and gave it small grains of corn. Fame. Once his fame had been established, Mike began a career of touring sideshows in the company of such other creatures as a two-headed baby. He was also photographed for dozens of magazines and papers, and was featured in Time and Life magazines. Mike was put on display to the public for an admission cost of 25 cents. At the height of his popularity, the chicken's owner earned $4,500 per month, $48,300 today, and was valued at $10,000. Death. In March 1947, at a motel in Phoenix on a stopover while traveling back from tour, Mike started choking in the middle of the night. He had managed to get a kernel of corn in his throat. The Olsons had inadvertently left their feeding and cleaning syringes at the sideshow the day before, and so were unable to save Mike. Olson claimed that he had sold the bird off, resulting in stories of Mike still touring the country as late as 1949. Other sources say that the chicken's severed trachea could not properly take in enough air to be able to breathe, and it therefore choked to death in the motel. Post-mortem. It was determined that the axe had missed the jugular vein and a clot had prevented Mike from bleeding to death. Although most of his head was severed, most of his brain stem and one ear were left on his body. Since basic functions, breathing, heart rate, etc., as well as most of a chicken's reflex actions are controlled by the brain stem, Mike was able to remain quite healthy. This is a good example of central motor generators enabling basic homeostatic functions to be carried out in the absence of higher brain centers. Legacy. Mike the Headless Chicken is now an institution in Fruita, Colorado, with an annual Mike the Headless Chicken Day, the third weekend of May, starting in 1999. Events held include the 5K run like a headless chicken race, egg toss, pin the head on the chicken cluck off, and chicken bingo, in which chicken droppings on a numbered grid choose the numbers. Mike the Headless Chicken was an inspiration for the poultry-themed comedy punk band the Radioactive Chicken Heads, serving as the subject of their 2008 song Headless Mike, for which a music video was filmed. The band also features a Headless Mike puppet which is frequently used in their live shows. References. Bibliography. External links. Mike the Headless Chicken.org at City of Fruita, Mike the Headless Chicken at The Straight Dope, Mike the Headless Chicken at Life Magazine, Mike the Headless Chicken at YouTube.